Hello, everyone. Guess what day it is? It is Thanksgiving Thursday. And here we are on another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. So today is the first Thursday in October. Welcome to October. Welcome everyone to October. And we are going to open the door on such high note. Yes, we are. So this is what we do on Thursday. And it is Thanksgiving Thursday. Whatever is it that you do, always give thanks. There's always something to give thanks for. And that is what we do every day. That is how we're supposed to have a mindset, the mentality of gratitude, to give thanks every single day. Now, for those who are returning audience, please take warm welcome and wishes as you come back home. And if this is your first time tuning in, please put it in the comment section that this is your first time tuning in and let me know where you're tuning in from. So I have special welcome when you're a first timer. Yes, you get special welcome. It seems like I'm having a lot of, I don't know. Can you hear me out there? If you can hear me, just put in the comment section that you could hear me. It seems like I am having a delay with my talking. I'm not sure why. And it seems like there's a delay in the visual as well. Now, welcome, Cheryl. Welcome. If you can hear me clearly and if you can see me clearly, please type in the comment section that you could hear me and you could see me clearly as we roll into tonight's episode. We're opening the door on tonight's episode. So if you can see me or you can hear me, just type it in the comment section because it seems like I am seeing a lapse between the conversation going on here, even though I'm the only one talking. But that's fine. But it seems like there's a delay. So if there's no delay on your side, then we're just going to roll right on in. Okay, yes. Okay, so you can hear me loud and clear. Excellent. All right. So now, if you're a first timer, as I was saying, if you're a first timer, I need for you to type in the comment section, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, type in the comment section that this is your first time here. So I could welcome you. Oh, Rowan, you could hear me. Okay, excellent. Yes, good. On my side, it seems like there's a delay on my side. I don't know why. But anywho, we are not entertaining that tonight. So yes, so again, if this is your first time tuning into the Question Live Show, please type in the comment section that it is your first time because I like to welcome my first timers with great excitement. Okay, so let me know if it is your first time so we can roll right in. First time I see Yannick, so we get woo! So we like to share on the first timers. So welcome, Yannick, welcome. Now, you are a first timer and Cheryl is not a first timer. So guess what happened? We do have house rules here. Absolutely. We have 1, 2, 3, 3.5, maybe 4 house rule. Absolutely. Oh, we have another first timer. So let's pause before we go into the house rule. Jackie Thompson, good night, is my first time. Yes, all right. So first timers get woo! First timers get excitement. My 2 little hands can do all the clapping. So guess what happened? I have an extra hand right here. Welcome, Jackie. Welcome. Yes. So again, we do have house rules. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, maybe 4. And what are they, you may ask? Now, the very first one is if you are right here, right now, and you look up there and you see live, simply mean you are in the live audience. And when you are in the live audience, what we do, we share Yes, we share the live and we invite someone else to come on in so they could sit and dine with us. We are not greedy people. We like to share, right? So that's number one. Share, invite someone in to this lovely table that is spread before you so we can dine together in real time. That's number one. Rule number two, get yourself a pen, get yourself a notebook or a sticky pad, piece of paper, and be ready to write things down. Because here we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets. And the more you write them, it is best that you do that because when your eye sees the thing and the thing is written in front of you, it becomes more real of what is that you intended to do. Even when we don't see with our natural eyes, when we don't see with our natural eyes, we believe something is going to take place. That is considered faith. But right here, because I am dropping these juicy contents, I would encourage you to write them down. Exactly. So when you write them down, you read them, you look over them, you share them with somebody else as well. We're all about sharing. And number three is get yourself something to drink. I'm here with my fancy glass. Yes, get yourself something to drink. It is very important that you get something to drink. I don't know what is it that you drink. Maybe it is water, wine, tea, juice, soda. I don't know what it is that you drink. Whatever is it that you drink, sip it, sip it, sip it. For one, it is good for you to hydrate. And two, I would ask you to just drink on my behalf because, of course, you hear me talking. I'll be doing most of the talking here tonight. So sip, 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 sip something on my behalf. But I like to say what's in my glass. Inside my glass is water. Yes, coconut water. It is inside my glass. But I believe in miracle. Yes, I do. I believe in miracle because Jesus turned water into wine. So I'll just keep watching my glass and see what will happen in my glass. Absolutely. He's a miracle worker, and I believe in that. I believe that something miraculous will happen here on this show. Something miraculous here might just happen tonight. Yes. So that, like 4 rules, 4, maybe 3.5, 4. Now, I am going to ask you if you need to use the bathroom, this is the best time to do it. Go to the bathroom now and come back because when you come back, your seat will be reserved right here in the front row. No one can take your seat. And because no one can take your seat be right here. So as you do that, come on back. And when you come on back, we just roll on into October. Yes. So now that we got all of that out of the way, and I'm talking. I'm just talking my head off, and I'm going to stop talking. And I just wait for you to be ready. So if you are ready, type in the comment section right there that you are ready. Because if you are ready, then we are ready. So I will move on when I see you. Type in the comment section as we welcome our very opening guest for tonight. Type in the comment section that you are ready so we can roll right into tonight's episode. Jackie is ready. Paulette is ready. Welcome back, Georgie and Paulette. See, these are not first timers, so they don't get all the excitement. We get only big excitement when it is first timers. Others, they know the deal, right? So yeah, so are we ready? Let's roll right into it. My dear guest is coming up, and it is my sister, your sister, our Apostle Althea Hunter.
Hi. Hello.
How are I like to ask my guests this because the show is called The Question, right? So my first question is always, how are you doing truthfully?
I am so blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed, and I'm favored, and that's truly the truth.
The honest truth.
Yeah, it's true.
That is the honest truth. That is it. We believe in honesty here. Honesty, yes, is very much the key. And that is why I use the keyword truthfully. Because
Truthfully.
sometimes we tell lies and we don't even realize we're telling a lie.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I like to throw that in there like, truthfully, how you doing?
I'm alive. My
It is beautiful to see you. It is beautiful to have you here on the Question Live show. And of course, everybody, know I am the host, Verona Willis-Brown. You see my name right there. Okay. Oh, I think we have Erica and Christine. Is this your first time? Because we welcome the first timers with extra excitement. So if this is your first time, please put it there so you can get your first time greetings so we could move on with the apostle. Because we are going to ask her to introduce herself and tell us a little bit about who she is and where she's tuning in from. So let's wait to see if our audience is going to put in that they're first timers, because I like to give excitement for first timers.
Okay.
So any more first timers here tonight, please put it in the right there. Yes, right in that corner, right there where it says comment. Put it right in there. Let me know that you're a first timer so we can roll into tonight's episode. Come on. First timers, are you out there? And while the apostle gets herself ready to tell us, a little bit about her and, where she's tuning in from, let us put her right up there and we just keep a watch for the first timers. So go right ahead, Apostle, and tell us a little bit about who you are and where you're tuning in from.
My name is Apostle Althea Hunter. I'm tuning in from Mount Vernon. I live in Mount Vernon. I'm a mother of two. I'm a wife. I'm a grandmother. And that's basically me.
I like it. She said that's basically her, of course. Yes, grandmother. Listen, grandmother and mother, that's high achievement there. Okay. High achievement. Okay, hold on a second. Pin pause. We see a first timer, and that is Christine Coley. Welcome, Christine. Welcome. Yes. So listen, I told you to get your pen and get your paper ready. And you're going to see me keep on bopping my head because I come ready. I'm always ready. I'm always prepared. Okay? Mm-hmm. Being ready and being prepared are two different things. So I'm always prepared and I'm ready to write and take notes and ask questions. But what Apostle failed to say just now, that she said that she's a mother and she's a grandmother, and that is beautiful. But what she failed to say, that she's a published author. Lord of mercy. Hold on a second. We see another first timer. Rowan. Whoa. Yes. So like I said, she failed to mention that. She failed to mention that she's a published author audience. Yes. So I like to talk. I like to spotlight that she left out. Well, congratulations. Congratulations, sis, on your first time published author.
Yes.
Okay, wait. I like to hear the word first timer. I like first timer. Yes. I like to hear first timers. So welcome to the author's world.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
Oh, it feels good. It's a good feeling to know that you do something and it doesn't benefit you alone. It's benefiting others, because others, a lot of people don't tell their story, but when they hear somebody tell their story, they will want to tell their story. I think that's my biggest accomplishment, is to hear other people to come out to say, this happened or that happened to me, and don't dwell themselves in the past. A lot of we stay in the past and we lock the past in. But my story is to tell other, if I can come out, anyone else can come out.
Coming out. Listen, hold on a second, because I like that. I just like that. Come on out. Come on out. You see, when I think of what I heard that just now, come on out. When I heard that just now, I like that phrase because I oftentimes use it, but I use it in this way to say comfort, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear that term, I think of the story of Lazarus,
Yes.
right? I think of the story of Lazarus because the power that lies in our tongue,
Mm-hmm.
right? He could
Mm-hmm.
say, come forth. And that's when you're saying something to come forth. You are calling it to you. You're manifesting it.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Lord say, Lazarus, come forth.
Mm-hmm.
Now is that power that ignite the dead to bring life.
Light. Mm-hmm.
Lord Jesus, you're gonna get me start preaching up in here, up in here. You see? Because right there, I'm trying to tell you, you better get your pen. Because see, right there, just that one sentence. Come out, come on out, come on out. Come on out in the room now. Come on. Come on out of your past.
Mm-hmm.
Come on out of the hurt and the pain and the trauma and all the neglect and all of that darkness. Come on out of the darkness and into the marvelous light. So, audience, let me show you the book of our great apostle. That is the book that we are going to be talking about tonight. From the street to the pulpit. Well, praise the Lord. Apostle,
Yes, I'm here.
please take us to the street.
Well, the street is that
Mhm.
before I got saved, I was a drug addict. I was raped at the age of 10. A family member began to sell me to his friends for money. Um, the street, I become a young lady that didn't know where she was heading or going or what's going to become her life. That's the street. A young lady that was lost, didn't know nothing more than the street, how to dwell in the street, how to live a life of the street. I will do anything at all that you think of is not of God. That will be me. So that's my street story, you know. I had 3 abortions before I reached 20. I will sell my body to the nearest bitter to survive to get drugs. I saw my friends die from drugs, and I saw my friends catch HIV, you name them, from drugs. So that's my street story.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. See, now you come on out of the street. And when you're in the street, you're in that place of not seeing hope.
Nope, there was no hope.
No form of hope because I'm listening to you. And audience, I need for you to listen because when you're given a testimony like this, you have to go into that place. You have to dig into that place and scrape it up and bring it on surface. And there's something about this kind of testimony. It's not only for the survivor, because I'm going to call you a survivor.
Mhm.
I'm going to call you a survivor because I love to use that term because when you survive something, to be here to tell your story, that's the only word I could use for you at this point. The survivor, Althea. That's what I'm going to call you, the survivor, Althea. And when you are labeled, or when you got now the title of Althea, you have to go back and dig up what God took you out of, what God preserved you from, what God protect you from, for you to be here. For you to be here, it is not just because of anything else, but what God wanted out of you. And sometimes we look and we say we are going through this and we went through that and with this and with that, but we don't see the end result, right? We never see the end result because what we are going through, what somebody did to us, it's always the worst. But here you are. Here you are and God cleaned you up and now stamped you, appointed you, anointed you as a survivor, apostle, a servant, a testimony. I want you to tell the audience because we need this. We need this kind of testimony. I want you to tell the audience of that time, because there's always at that time, of that time where you knew, or where there was like a light bulb moment that you know you had to get off the street.
My time when I realized that I have to get off the street is when I had my daughter, and when I was pregnant with her, and I realized that I have a child, and it's a girl, and
Mm.
I don't want my girl to live my life. And when she was born, she had all this spot on her representing Joss, and I didn't know who is her father. Then I realized that she was the one, really, nothing else. I think God used her to pull me into something different. So if I'm supposed to say the reason, I will use her first because I protect her. I don't want her to go through my story. I always use that word to everyone I meet. I don't want my child to go through my story. I don't want her to live my life. I
Mm-hmm.
want her to be lawyer, doctor, teacher, and nurse, not her mother.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm supposed to say that, that's the word I will use.
And that is exceptionally powerful, because sometimes we allow our children to just wrap in our shadow. We have to let our children develop their own story. So that was a great move, because we have to let our children develop their story and have their story to tell. Not tell your story based on my story, because everybody's story is different. And she's the seed of your womb. But yet, you're like, no, you can't live my story. I'll conceive you, I give birth to you, but you have to come out and develop your story. And in cases that's where it's like you just wash her off from the blemishes of your story, your past. And when we have children, we have to learn to hand them over to God. Because our children are not ours. We are just the vessel that carry them. Our children are not ours. And we have to break them out of that mold of our life, our story, our past, and present them back to God. Hand them back over to who gave them to us. You didn't just go and buy it from a baby shop. And like, oh, return to sender. you know. It's
Right.
like, okay, you want a refund or something. Like, hey, can I have a refund for this child? Right? There's no refund for our children. There's no even exchange. There's no store credit for our children. Whatever decision that we make, we are making. And when we bring forward a child, chances are we are going to say that this child is going to do exactly what we did. But there's another chance that said, you will not do what I did.
Mhm.
So we have to know the decision that we make. And we
Yes.
have to know whatever decision we make, there are consequences. Lord, there are
Yes,
consequences.
they are.
There are consequences to there are consequences to every decision that we make. Whether they are good or bad, there are
Hmm.
consequences. And we have to face these consequences, and we have to come back to God and say, listen, I know what I did. And confess. Because only then you can get clean up. Only then. So, at what age? Okay, I think you mentioned that at age 10. Did you say at age 10 you were
Yes.
abused?
Yes.
At age 10. Now, at age 10, if I'm thinking, if I can just imagine a child that's age 10, right now that's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Were you sexually abused, emotionally abused, physically abused? What
You know,
kind of abuse?
well, a family member of mine were in the hospital, so I had us to go sleep with another family member. And in the night, I was sleeping, and I felt somebody push a piece of material in my throat and tie my hands and said, if I ever tell anybody what he's about to do, he's gonna kill me and he's gonna kill them and he's gonna kill everybody around me. And he picked up a machete and he put it at my throat and he showed me and he said, "Are you gonna tell anybody?" And I said, "No, no," because I didn't want him to kill my family member. That because that's what he want me to believe. It was gonna happen, and he raped me more than one time for the night, and I had us to go through that. And when he was done, he said to me, "I told you, if you tell anybody, I'm gonna kill your entire family." So being this pure little girl didn't understand anything. I kept it to myself, and it goes on for more than one season, more than one time. Like I used to say that I'm his bedroom comforter.
Hmm.
That's the word I
Hmm.
use a lot. That I'm his bedroom comforter, and I will keep it to myself, and I end up sharing it with somebody, and the person said, "Oh, you're lying. You're lying. He will not do that. He's not that type of person." I said, "Yes, he did. Yes, he did." And she was like, "No, no, no. You're lying. You're a liar. Stop it. Don't tell anybody like that." And it go on for years. You know, he go on till he started to sell me to his friends some money. So on a Friday night, he was selling me to his friend. And I remember one Friday night when he sold me, he said to me, "See, you're only worth $100. They will pay nothing more for you. That means you're nothing." I mean, that thing go on from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. By the time 14, I have a abortion. They- Still trying to say it, still trying to say it. But every time I said it, she said, "You're lying." And, and in my mind, I know she know I'm not lying. And I be like, become this hateful child. I become this bitter child. I become this
Yes,
angry child.
of course.
Become something that nobody wanted to be around because of what was happening to me. So that's how it began.
So you became like the nobody.
I became the nobody, you know. I became the one that I began to have to wash the clothes, cook the food, clean the house, not going to school. I'll be home doing all the chores. Nobody will want anything apart from somebody. Nobody will see me. Nobody see me as nothing because I become something that they couldn't understand. Nobody could understand. And one of the things I become to eat God so bad.
That right there. That's right there. See, that right there. Because I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. When there's something like this, we never see God. We
Mm-mm,
can't see God. We can't believe that there's a God. We cannot trust God.
mm-mm.
How could that innocent little girl sitting here trying to preserve her innocence, and God is allowing this, right? And we question God. We question the situation that we're in. We question the abuser. We question life itself. And so, where is God?
Where is he?
Where is God? And who is this God?
Mm-hmm,
Who is this God?
mm-hmm.
Now, audience, I want you to take a breather on this because this is a heavy testimony we have here. And I want everyone to take a breather on this, and you as well, Sister Althea, to take a breather on this. Because when you have something like this that scar you, that I would say held you hostage, held that little girl hostage into that dark place of abuse, I want you to just swallow this for a second. That no matter what, no matter how hurtful, painful something is, God always have a purpose. And in our innocence and in our time of being abused, we will never see our purpose. And when we don't see our purpose, it's more painful. It's more painful. We are now, and I'm going to call you again the survivor, because that's who you are. You are now the survivor that God strengthened. And God did not just give you strength. He spoke a word to you that He is your strength. So He didn't just hand over some strength to you and like, okay, I'm just going to let you grow up. And then, He became your strength. When we say that we are in the image of God, we have to like brace ourselves into this word, this phrase, this verse. We are really in the image of God. So now He became your strength for you to survive such traumatic event. Why? Somebody was waiting for you. Somebody was waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Today was waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today was waiting for you. Today was waiting for you. And God is today, tomorrow, and forever.
Forever.
Forever. That's who God is. Today, tomorrow, and forever. So when our today is scarred, tomorrow is waiting. And only because God is over in tomorrow, He allow you to get there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's take that in for a second. Because God is in tomorrow, He allow you to survive.
Yes. He did.
Because if He was only right there at your little tender age of 10, that would have been it. But He said, I am here for you tomorrow. I'm going to keep you until your tomorrow comes. I'm going to be there waiting for you. That's God. That is the God.
That's God.
That is God.
That is God.
I want you to take a moment. I want you to take a moment and speak to that little girl, that little Althea,
Mm-hmm.
that little 10-year-old Althea. Speak to her and tell her what is it that you would like to say to that little girl.
Mm-hmm. That's I will always look in my mirror and I will look at me and I will say, I got purpose. I will say I got value. I'm priceless. I'm beautiful. I'm who God created me to be. And if I'm to say anything to Althea, that little girl, I would say thank you very much for my process. Because in the midst of my process, I made it out. And I made it out victorious. And many may say, why would she say to Althea she make it victorious? Because I wasn't alone. God was with me. And God knew I was going to go through this. And God wasn't going to leave Althea on the byway. He's going to take her out. He's going to preserve her. And she's going to make the world know that Althea did make it out. Beautiful. My favorite word is, I am still standing. And I will say to Althea, thank you, because I'm still standing.
Now you're going to let me use my extra clap clap. You're going to let me use this because you know what we fail to do all the time? We fail to thank ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank my mother. I want to thank Jesus. I want to thank my father. I want to thank everybody. But we never stop to thank ourselves. Audience, this is your moment to thank yourself. Thank you for not giving up. Because now here we are. Thanking little Althea for not giving up. All the hurt and the pain, the abuse, all of that went on for years. You could have just like, oh, and just fall out. Like, I'll give up. But God was whispering something to you. Every single night and day of abuse, God was whispering to you. And let me tell you something about God whispers. God whispers only for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something else about God whisper. No one can hear God whisper except for you. Because it's coming close to your ears, to your heart. No one can hear that. And doing all of that, he was whispering to you that I am with you, child. I am with you, child. I am with you. Because he promised us, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So why would he not do that? He had this vow upon your life before you were conceived.
Yes, he did.
Way before you were conceived, he had that vow. Way before you were conceived, he knew what was going to happen to you at age 10. He knew it. And he kept whispering. He kept whispering. He knew that was going to be your name. And he come and said, Althea, I'm right here.
That's my word.
I'm right here. That's my baby. I'm right here.
Yes.
And he kept promising you that. And he's a promise keeper. And he will never break a promise. No matter what the circumstances. He will never break a promise. So sometimes we go through things and because I'm listening to your testimony and you share this abuse with someone, yet they did not believe you. And sometimes what we fail to do, we talk to the wrong person. I call them the wrong person. But we just wanted to talk and we just want to tell the story. But that person was not assigned to help you. That person was not assigned to guide you. That person was not assigned to support you. But that was the person that you picked to ask for help.
Well, I thought that telling that person she really wanted to protect me. She really wanted to, hey, it's going to be okay. I figured. Because I want to think of any other person to go to more than that one person to stay too, because that's my family. You know, that's the one who's supposed to carry me, to protect me, to grow me, to build me. So if I choose that person, I will not think of choosing anybody else.
Sometimes, sometimes we choose. Sometimes we choose wrong.
But sometimes when I look at it now, I'm like, God didn't want me to tell. God want me to go through it because I got purpose. And I use that word very, very often because in the midst of everything that was going on, I was still alive. I was still alive. A lot of people ask me, how did you come out? I'll be like, I don't know, because maybe it was me, I'll be still there. But because of God said enough is enough
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
You have to come out of whatever you are in, not on your term, but on the term that God is ready to pull you out. So I will answer my answer will be to everybody. If it was me, I would have come out.
mm-mm,
But
mm-mm.
because of God, He took me out.
Yeah, and that's the difference.
And that's the difference.
That's the difference.
It's a
There's a
difference.
big difference there. Because you sit there like, hey, if it's up to me, hey, please. But God's like, no, I got a different purpose for you.
Yeah, it was up to me because even when everything was happening, I and one of the word that I don't speak around people is when you instill this one word in them that they will never become nothing.
How
That's a
dare you?
dangerous word.
How dare you tell me that I will become nothing when you did not create me?
Right.
You
But
were born with greatness inside of
yeah,
you.
but one of the things is when you don't know,
Yes.
you're gonna believe
They believe. They
that
convince
you're
you.
not. Somebody look on you and say, oh, you are nothing, you will become nothing. In your mind as a child,
It's convinced.
you are convinced because if you go back again, your family tell you that. The one that you're supposed to be protecting you. So you're gonna believe that person. You're gonna live and say, okay, then that person said, I will, my mother or my uncle or my auntie said, I will not become nothing. So you're gonna believe that you're
Yes,
gonna up with that stigma inside that I am nothing. And
absolutely.
that's one of the things that I believe about myself for years. Till I was about 20. That I'm nothing and I worth nothing and nothing will become of me. And they said I will have 30, 25 children. And that was my belief
Yeah,
that there was nothing there to
yeah,
become. I wasn't, it's not like you were looking forward to a future.
yes,
I
yeah.
wasn't looking forward to a future. I wasn't even looking forward to be a mother.
There you go.
Come to think of it now. I wasn't looking for all I looked forward. Where's my next man that I'm gonna con?
Yes,
Where's the next man that I'm going to use? Because
yeah.
when you become rape at an early age, you got this stigma that you want to hurt everybody that pass you by because
Mm-hmm.
everybody hurt you.
With
So
you,
you are, where's my next? I call them a victim.
your next victim.
Where was my next victim? And I will pick my one victim. I was saying to my apostle this week, other night, I would pick them, use and feel like they are using me, using them, but I didn't realize that
They're using you.
I'm being used. And I will go out on the street and I will use them and I will come back home and lock myself in the shower and bathe for the whole night and cry because you're looking for something to heal your sorrow or your home, but you keep looking the wrong places for it. And I will do that for years. Even when I have my children, I have my daughter and my son, because I got two children, I would hide them from the world and I will still live in me. But nobody will show up at my house. Nobody know where I live.
There you go.
Come
Mm-hmm.
to that because I'm protecting my child from not being a stigma in my world. And I will rent a house and I will put them there and I will get them helper and I will run the street.
So it's like you were living a double life.
So I'm living a double life and nobody know I have kids because my kids is not getting into that world. And I will go, I said to somebody, I will use 3 months to pay my rent, 3 for light bill, 3 for cable, and I'll just do them. And I have a 9 to 5.
There you go.
And nobody knew in my 9 to 5 who I was. I live in Linstead. I work at Bournemouth, and nobody knew who I was, who I become when I take off that clothes.
When they get off 9 to 5,
When I come 9 to 5, I pick them up. But you never will know where my kids is. So I will protect my kids from my world because I don't want them to become me. I don't want them to my girl child to live my world. I don't want him to be a part of it. But one thing I learned through every process and every testing, there's a stopping point.
Mm.
And God is going to use something to stop you on the
Mm-hmm.
back way.
Yeah.
And going to figure it out because you are not. And it's not like you're comfortable. Somebody might say you're comfortable doing it, but because you are being hurt.
Yes. Yes.
You
So
know,
you're just hiding the hurt.
you're just hiding your hurt and you put on this smile for the world to see you. That
Right. Right.
she's smiling. Althea is happy. Althea is about deep down. Althea is angry.
Yes. Yeah.
Althea, Althea,
Yes.
anything to destroy. And
Anything in your way.
man was my victim. I used to call him my victim. And I will do, if I see you, I say, I'm going to get you. And when I told you myself, I'm going to get you, it take me at any point to get you. But I'm not stopping till I get you. And I've done that for years. But when I had my daughter, not only my daughter, even when I had her, I was living my world. And I remember I went to Linstead one morning and I hated God. I don't mean I hate God. I don't christen my children. I don't go to church. I don't
Yes.
talk
Yes.
to church people. If a pastor man saw me, one day he was talking to me and I cursed him. I don't mean I tell them clean word. And when you're not saying you're supposed to know what kind of word. And the gentleman man look at me and he said, leave her alone. She's just hurting.
Oh yeah.
And that's the time I really cursed. Because you're going to tell me I'm hurting.
Yes. Right. Because you're blocking that. Like, no, I'm not hurting.
I'm
I
not.
know what I'm doing.
This is what I'm doing. And he looked up at me and he said, God love you. He said, God, and he repeated that word 3 times.
Mm.
And I said, God loved me. After God, I was raped.
Yeah. And I know that.
What kind of love is that God give?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
what love is there? Where is the love that God will give when at the age of 10? He allowed somebody to put you on a bed, rape you more than one time, and I curse him so bad. And I was there for years again, keep doing me until I went to Linstead and I was working in Linstead. God bless this lady. She took me in when I was have nowhere to live. And I worked with her for years. And I was in Linstead one day and I saw this lady preaching and her head wrapped. Her head was well wrapped the morning. And she said to me, I was walking and he was preaching and she called to me and I said, why are you calling to me? And I begin to curse her out in Linstead Market. I don't mean baby. I was on top of my voice.
Yes.
Her out. And the ladies, one lady said to her, you know, see the lady I pastor me. Me say, pastor me.
Yes. Yes. All of that. All of that. Yes. 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 We know,
And
we understand the word. We understand the unspoken words. Now, hello, somebody.
yeah,
Hello, somebody.
yeah.
Yes.
The lady said to her, leave her alone. Leave her alone. But she cursing you. He said, leave her alone. Next year, this time, her skirt will be longer than mine.
Ooh.
Her sleeve will be covered more than mine.
Ooh.
Her head will be tied more than on mine.
Hello, somebody.
And she said the only thing she's not going to have is a pencil. But every garment that I wear, she's going to wear it.
She saw something in you. She saw something in
She
you.
saw something that I didn't see.
She didn't see the nobody. She saw somebody.
She saw somebody. She saw.
Hello, somebody. Hey, she saw somebody.
Yes, she saw.
She saw a child of God. And it takes somebody else who is close to God to see this. Y'all better don't let me preach upon this place up in here tonight.
And
It takes somebody who is close enough to God's heart to God eyes to see
Here.
past the brokenness, to see past the hurt, to see past the abuse, and say, I see you, the real you,
Mm-hmm.
the person who God created you to be. She saw that.
She saw it. She
She
saw
saw
it
it.
all, but I couldn't see that.
Of course not, because your traumatic events block you from every single thing that is good.
Mm-hmm. And
Everything, including God.
when she was done, and the lady said, "But you're speaking all those words and she's still cursing you." She said, "Let you go." She let it out, but something, just something. And I cursed her. I really, even when she said that, you think that stopped me from curse? That
No,
curse
no.
more. That allowed me to curse more. And I went back down to my job and I said to my boss, I saw this lady up in Linston Market. And she said, "Don't go no further because I know you."
Oh,
She talk about God and you. And that make you angry. You want to get me upset then? Just say God. You don't
that's
say the
it.
word
That's it. Wait, listen. God became the enemy.
God. God. that was my that
God became the enemy. And
God.
look, the enemy was your friend.
God was my biggest enemy, but my jokes and the messed up on the Spanish town and back road drinking and smoking and that those were my friend. And I would clean up myself and I would go back home to my kids like I'm
Like
innocent.
nothing.
A mother. And Sunday, I don't go out. I spend Sunday with my children. And I will make them dinner and I will set table with knife and fork. And I will sit with them and I will put everything on the table. Take my kids used to look forward for Sunday because I'm going to cook. I'm a mother.
Yes, yes.
I'm a single mother with two children.
Sacrifice of a mother's love to
Yes.
do some
I,
things.
I, I I got one child that knows his father, and I got one child that I don't know even how I got her. But I know one thing, she was mine.
Now, somebody, say it again.
She
Say,
was
say,
mine.
say that part again, sis. Say
Was
that part again.
was mine. You know, it didn't matter to me who was our father, but
Yes.
there was something. But my son have a father that loves him, and I'll be like, okay, my son will be okay. But if I don't, okay, my daughter will never be okay because she don't got a sister or uncle to go to and say, "I know you. This is who you come from. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is what
Mm-hmm.
you hurt." Till years after, and that's how God began to, I wouldn't say work on me, break me. God break me. When I mean God break me,
Strip you down.
oh my God, I was stripped within that year. Whew, I was stripped. I'm not the hot girl I used to be no more. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to drink. I don't want to sleep with nobody no more.
You have no enticement. Nothing was enticing you.
Nothing was enticing anymore. I would leave from work and go home. Somebody will call my phone. "Oh, can we go?" I'm like, I'm tired. And I go home to my children. I reach a stage that I used to pay my landlord triple rent because I want my children to be okay. And I reach a year stage that God break me down in a way that I can't pay my rent anymore. But I still have a 9 to 5. But I still couldn't see my way out
Yes.
of anything that I'm doing or anything that I have. And I become this girl that calm. I'm not the shouting, the cursing girl anymore. I
Became
become,
brand new.
and then I couldn't understand who I become
Of course
because
not.
I couldn't sell my body no more. I couldn't con no more, man. Lie was like my middle name, and I couldn't lie no more. And that's when I realized that there was a God.
Because you know what? That was the question I was about to ask. At what point did you see this? That there has to be
I
that moment where you're like, there is a God somewhere. Because now you say, forget the
I went,
former things.
I went
No, he
to
made you new.
I went to visit a friend, a cousin of mine in Olava. And when I went to visit him, he said to me, there was this young man that liked me. And now I'm moving from the street to the pulpit.
Listen here, sister. You put a pause right there. Audience, put a pin right there. Don't even get to the pulpit yet. Because audience, I'm telling you what's going to happen at this very moment. I am going to tell you this because I'm putting a pin right on that pulpit right there. Audience, this is what's going to happen. We're not out of information and we're not out of testimony. Because this testimony can never be finished.
Nope.
So we are going to put a pause right there on that pulpit. Because what is going to happen? We are going to pause this episode. We are going to pause this very episode because you're going to come back to finish the pulpit. We're going to pause this episode. So audience, this is what's going to happen. Because we run out of time and not this story, we are going to continue this next week. Praise the Lord. We are going to cut. So every last one of you that's listening right here in this audience, I will see you all next week because we are going to bring back this. We are going to continue this story next week. Okay. We are going to bring this back because we didn't even get to the juicy part yet. We didn't get to the pulpit. Hey, we did not get to the pulpit yet. And I'm putting a pin right on the pulpit right now. And said, don't say another word, Apostle. Do not open another word. Do not say nothing. Audience, whatever your comment is at this moment, drop it in the comment section. Praise the Lord. Give your praise report. Whatever you got to do right now, put it there because we are going to pause this episode. Hello. We are starting October, right? Praise the Lord. We are opening the door to October. And if we have to get this apostle to come every single Thursday, we're going to have to do it. I just want to let y'all know that. I just want to let y'all know. Okay? Because we got to go on to the pulpit. We're going to go on to the pulpit. So I'm telling you right now, don't say another word, Apostle. Audience, I'm going to see a note of everyone that's listed right here. I'm taking stock of every name that's listed right here. And I'm going to tell each and every one of you that you must, this is a must, come back next week right here. Because we're going to get to the pulpit. Yes. Because when God is doing a thing or two, we got to align ourselves. We got to align ourselves in place when God is doing a thing or two. Forget the former things. Because now God is saying you're brand new. And when you're brand new, you might not recognize your brand newness. Okay? You're not going to recognize it because you're used to the former things. But because God made you new, now you're a survivor. And he said, now you're a new creature. All things are passed away. And behold, you're brand new, darling. You are coming back to take us to the pulpit next week.
No problem.
So before you go, because, Lord, I think I should have been, let me see if my water turned into wine. Maybe it will turn into water, maybe it turn into wine next week on the pulpit. I don't know. But I hope you have been drinking something while we're here holding this conversation. Because while we put a pause, I want to say this to you, Sister Althea, that someone is listening to this. Someone was waiting for this. God preserve you. God reserved you. God appointed you. God anointed you for this day, for this moment, for this time. So, Paulette says she can't wait for next week. You're going to have to wait, Paulette. Mm-hmm. Waiting is good. Waiting is good. We got to wait through the process. She waited. She waited for God, okay? She waited for God. She waited for God. She waited for God. Apostle, did what happened to you take place in your life? No, we're taking all these questions right now because all of this is going to be answered next week. Yes, yes, yes. We're going to take all these questions right now because we're going to answer all of this next week. Apostle, do you see that question right there?
Yes, I did.
All right, all right. So we're going to have this question written down for next week. Come on back, Jackie. Come on back next week with that same question. With that same question. I'm writing it down. With us on time frame right now. So come back with the same question next week. And the book, Apostle, can you put the link to your book? It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon.
You can't miss it. This is the name of the book.
From
this is
the Pulpit.
It's right here. You type in her name. You can't miss it. You are going to see the book. When I'm finished, I think I'll put in the link to the book over there. Yes. Next week, same time, same place, 7 p.m.
We're working on part 2, but this one is up.
Apostle, we're not letting out now.
Okay.
Next week, same time, same place, which is 7 p.m. live. We are going to roll into the continuation of this episode. Praise the Lord. Somebody bless the Lord. Somebody put up the link for the book. It is right here. Click the book, and you might want to click the book because you might want to get your copy to come ask some more questions for next week.
Yes.
I'm just saying. You get the book. You will have more questions for next week because we have, who was that asked the question? We had somebody that asked the question. Who was that? We have, who had asked that question just now? Somebody's asked a question. We want to make sure who it was that asked that question. That was Jackie. Jackie asked a question. So Jackie, we're going to hold up your question until next week as well. So everyone, I'm just going to whisper it just in case you get the book. We might have more questions for next week. Thank you very much. So before you go, Apostle, I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome, woman of God. You're so welcome.
I want to say thank you for not giving up on little Althea.
No.
Thank you for not giving up on God. And thank you for not giving up on us.
I will not.
Thank you for not giving up on us. I appreciate you. I celebrate you. I celebrate the greatness that is inside of you. I celebrate your story. I celebrate your perseverance. I celebrate you as a child of God.
Amen.
I celebrate you. And I send you off into a place of peace. I send you off in a place of restoration, into a place of strength, into a place of empowerment, into a place of knowing that you are courageous, that you are more than you think that you are. I send you off into your entire surrounding, that the more you speak and the more you live and the more you walk,
I receive that.
You are strengthened. You are strengthened. So we pause for next week, and we pause and just prepare ourselves to bring you back next week. And as we prepare to bring you back next week, just know that right next to me, right here, there's a chair. It's called my guest chair, my family chair. You are a family now.
Amen.
You are family. You are family. I don't do fans. You are family. You are always welcome here. But already we reserved your seat for next week, so no big deal. Yes. So you are part of this family. So let grace and peace rest and abide with you. Let every ounce of your breath be peaceful. Let your mind be sturdy and be steadfast upon God, who never forsaken you, who has kept you to this far.
I receive.
Knowing that He's able to do above and way beyond what we ask of Him.
Mm-hmm.
And He don't hold you. He don't hold no ought against you that you were mad with Him. He's good.
He's good
He's good, and he's good all the time.
all the time.
So I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you, like literally from my heart, to come and share this testimony with us
No,
as I pronounce a blessing
amen. And
on you.
may
So
God
go ahead.
May God bless you. May God keep you. And may your doors be open. And may everything that you seek after in God, it will come to pass. And may the joy of God continue to be upon your life. And everything that you ask God for, favor will find you. And the peace of God will continue to be upon you. Until we meet next week, Thursday again.
Next week, Thursday, yes. So everyone, Sharon, Jackie, Unique. Oh my God, I just want to thank you so much. Chosen Vessel, Rosemary, Paulette, Sharon, Evangelist Cadian, Maxine, Rowan, Erica, Melissa, Cheryl, Nevi, Tijara, Georgia, Christine, Suzette. We have, I said Maxine Johnson.
That's my spiritual mother.
Oh, mother, welcome, welcome. Yes, yes. They all need one of those.
Yes.
And all you beautiful people, I thank you so much for tuning in. I thank you so much for being in the audience. It is people like you that when I show up, I don't show up for myself. I show up for everyone else. And I'm so grateful to have each and every one of you that show up. And as I pronounce a blessing upon each and every one of you, I hope to see every last one of you here next week. And when you come next week, bring a person or two. Annabella, bring a person. And when you bring a person, listen, we will hear the testimony from the
Oh,
pulpit.
and don't let me forget Apostle Carnegie. Without him, it wouldn't be possible because we have to be switching from phone to phone. Jeez, my spiritual father is here with me, and he switched from my phone to his phone to make this possible. Apostle Carnegie,
All right, so yeah, thank whoever you need to thank right now. No problem. As
Apostle
we go.
Carnegie, Susie, all of you that joined in, I want to say thank you, thank you so much.
All right. So, audience, we are, like I said, we're not closing this episode. We are just pausing until next week. So, again, see y'all next week, same time, same place. That is 7 p.m. right here on the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. Mwah! Have a
God bless
great
you.
night.
Okay, God bless.